Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Youth Pulley Show. This is the last episode for the year 2020, and I am very, very excited. This should have happened last week. Again, I apologize that it didn't go as planned, but this week we're ready for you. We're ready, the contents are ready. Our guest, Mr. Lada Yodu, is here in the house with us, and he is set to get this flying. Okay, so before I bring him up, first of all, I'd like to say a big thank you to every one of us who has been consistent in following the Youth Police Show since we started in June 3rd. It's been an amazing journey with you. Just knowing that you're here with us gives us so much confidence and so much courage. So every time we prepare content, every time we feature guests, whether it's on relationship series, personal development series, or professional trainings, we know that you're going to be there to savor this content, and it gives me utmost pleasure to know that your 2020 was spiced up, as a result of the contents we shared. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey with us, and we look forward to doing this with you again come 2021. I'm sounding I said this is me closing the show already, but I just had to take time to do that. I have to take time to do that. My name is Fabian Collins, and for those of us who are just meeting me, or probably this is the first time you're joining the Youth Police Show, I get to introduce myself when I'm handling my session today. If you want to know what topic I'll be handling, wait till that time. Don't go anywhere. So there are three topics we're handling today. Three topics we believe are really, really important as far as making the most of 2021 is concerned. Three topics that were coined from the needs of people, the needs of most youth, right? So the first one is setting and smashing goals. Setting and smashing goals. It's as common as the word goal sounds, as common as it is. Most people do not still understand, do not still know, how to go about it, how to either set it or go about it. Most people abandon their goals, their resolutions 2 or 3 weeks into the new year. We're going to treat that today in a discussion that will last probably 20 to 25 minutes or at most 30. It's going to be myself and Mr. Ladayo handling that session because we want it to be a collaboration and value that comes from both of us on that particular topic. Then we also have the second topic, which is the one Mr. Ladayo will be handling: how to earn from social media. How to earn from social media, right? It's we can't overemphasize the importance of this because we know that the internet is where people are. We know that most people, the bulk of the time we have in the day is probably spent on social media. So how do we make the most of it? How do we earn from it? Mr. Ladayo has prepared so much to give us to serve us hot on that topic. Then the last topic, which I'll be the one taking, is how to position your brand for success. And we're taking a look at personal brand. Personally, this is the topic that I am really passionate about because I understand and I can relate with it 120%. So I'll be sharing most of the things I'll be sharing are from like personal experiences, from personal story, how I started, and I know it's going to be of help to all of us here. If you're in the building, I want you to drop a comment. I'll see it and then I'll give a shout out to you in the building. So without further ado, I know you must be wondering who is Mr. Ladayo Idowu, and I'm going to read out his profile right now so you get to know who he is before I bring him up. Okay. So, Mr. Ladayo Edo is a social media brand influencer, digital productivity trainer, and certified social media assistant for brands and individuals. He is the founder of Value Added Liberated Universe Entrepreneurs, a community for aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners who want to scale and grow their businesses with proven strategies and resources. Oladayo is very passionate about giving proven value to people so that they can become more productive in their personal lives and chosen niches. He has helped over 100 individuals to start profitable online businesses through his mastermind called School of Impact Academy. He has also trained multi-level marketers on how to build unbreakable teams that they can leverage on forever. He has high engagement rates as a proof of the value he dispenses on social media, and even won an award for the most viral post on a Facebook community of over 32,000 people. Oladayo is the founder of Health Village, a vast growing online health community that has helped over 200 people to solve their major health challenges. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Simply amazing. Without wasting much time, I'd like to welcome Mr. Ladayo to the building. Welcome, Mr. Ladayo. We can't wait to see your fine face. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, yeah, sure. I can hear you. Good day, everyone. I'm so excited to be here today. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm so glad to be here today. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
okay. So first of all, I've seen uh Chika in the building. Shout out to you, Chika. We can see you. Welcome on board. This is going to be an amazing ride, and we're hoping that you're going to gain a lot from it. Okay, so to you, Sam, Mr. Ladayo, I know that this should have happened last week, right? Or like we say, village people did not allow it to happen. You know, village people did allow it to
It's gone
happen.
back now.
God pass them. God pass them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start with the session setting and smashing goals. This is like one area personally, like before now, I had severe difficulties in, and even right now, I still have some issues with it. So sometimes I have to consult a book, right, to be able to work my way around it. So I want us to talk about this because I believe that if you don't know how to set goals, right? If you do not know how to set goals, then there is no way you can achieve anything. The way a particular writer put it was said if you do not know where you're targeting, right? Okay, how did he even put it? Okay, so you can't hit where you are not targeting. Yeah, you can't hit where you're not targeting. So when you do not have goals, there is absolutely no point in living because you're just moving around, that kind of thing. So what's your perspective on this before we take the 5 questions that would demystify it? What's your perspective on goal setting? Just how important do you think it is to our lives? That's the first question. Just how important do you think goal setting is to our lives?
Okay, yeah. What I can say about goal setting is that goal setting is very important to our life, and without setting a goal, we cannot achieve anything in life. And we can see all these billionaires in the world. What they do is that they set a goal and they go out there to hit it. So whether you are rich or whether you are poor, it is important for each and every one of us to set a goal, because if you don't have any goal, you just be walking, you won't be able to achieve anything in this life. So setting a goal is very important, and it will be very difficult to reach your success destination if you don't know exactly what you are aiming for. It is very important for everybody to know. So what I like to do when it comes to goal setting is that I write out my goal and I place it beside my bed, and that's what we call vision board. Okay, so I write out my goal and I place it beside my bed. So this constantly serve as my reminder. So each time I wake up in the morning, I always see it, and this allows me to focus on those goals till I finally achieve every single one of them. So goal setting has the potential to take us to some amazing place in life, and that's why that is very important for every one of us to set a goal for ourselves.
Yeah, I totally agree with the whole vision board idea. The Bible says, in the Bible it is written, write the vision, make it plain upon the tables that he may run that readeth it. Something I think is in the book of Habakkuk that is being talked about. You have to, but you are not serious. You're not yet serious about goal setting if you have it only up here, right? You're not yet
Honestly,
serious about goal setting if you only have it up here. It will disappear as quickly as it came. You have to have the discipline to be able to put things down, pen things down, pen things down. if it is in your head, it will just exist there as a fantasy. That is what you hope to achieve. That is only a picture in your mind. It only exists as a fantasy. But once you put it down, then it forces you to start being committed to it. That when you take it to the next level, which Oladayo talked about as the vision board, the next level is maybe placing it by your desk or pasting it on your wall, right? That's like the next level. So when you wake up in the morning, you look at it, and when it feels like, okay, for example, let's take for example, you want to your goal is to um, hit like at least 5 A's in your courses this semester. Okay, so what you write is your goal becomes to hit 5 A's in in the 7 courses. So hit at least 5 A's in the 7 courses this semester. Then you post it there in your wall. When you wake up at night and you're supposed to read, and then sleep is telling you something else, right? Sleep is telling you, look, you're tired already, you should, give up on this thing, just go and sleep. While I know they finish, while I know they finish, no go do pass yourself. So once it starts telling you that, and then you're looking for inspiration, right? And then you look up to the wall, and then you see the fact that you want to hit 5 A's, at least 5 A's. That will inspire you to sit up. That would inspire you to sit up. So that's like the next level. That's like the next level. Yeah. So the next question is about myths, right? What are those myths people believe about goal setting? What are those myths people believe about goal setting?
Okay, I think most people doesn't believe in goal setting. Most people doesn't believe goal setting is real because based on my conversation with people most of the time, most of them doesn't believe that goal setting is real. Maybe because they have tried to set a particular goal before and it doesn't work out or they didn't achieve those goals. So most of them doesn't believe goal setting a goal is not real. And just because you were not able to reach your previous goal, maybe you have set a goal before and it doesn't mean goal setting is not for you, it's not meant for you. What you can do instead of giving up on setting a goal is to adjust your mind and reframe your goals. Okay, set a smaller goal for yourself. Most people they just want to hit millions. Okay, you can, if you are starting out, for example, what you can actually do is that set a goal to make 100,000 naira in this month, then do whatever it takes to hit that goal. Then next month, when you eventually hit that 100,000 naira goal, then you can set another goal for yourself, maybe 300,000 or 500,000. So as you are starting out, don't just say I want to make a million. Don't just say I want to make 2 millions. Okay, all the people that are crushing it
Mm,
online currently, all the people that are making it a business currently, they start from somewhere. So if you want to hit that top, you have to start from somewhere. Okay, before I hit 100,000 naira goal in 1 month, what I first of all do is that I set a goal of making 30,000 naira in a month. So immediately I hit that 30,000 naira, I set another goal for myself. So that is how I keep improving every single day. So what I think is normally set people back is that they don't believe goal setting is real, and it might be because they have actually do it before and it doesn't work out for them. So that's what I can say concerning
okay.
this.
To quickly ask a question in that line, you know, when you set goals, right, it kind of brings this pressure, right? It kind of puts this pressure, especially when there is a deadline. And I quickly want to say this, at this, if you have a goal and then there is no deadline, it is no goal at all. It is no goal at all. Every goal must be accompanied by a deadline. Don't forget that. So,
Yeah.
but now the one of the myths people believe about goal setting is that it puts unnecessary pressure on you. So, and then it makes you start comparing yourself with another person who is smashing his or her goal. So I want you to, talk about that for a moment. Does it put pressure on us, and is it healthy pressure? Is it something we can deal with?
Yeah, what I can say concerning is that if you are setting a goal, just like I said earlier, if you are setting a goal for yourself, uh, you might have a friend who are crushing it currently. Maybe they set 500,000 naira goal for themselves, their monthly goal, and they hit it. and because your friend is crushing it currently, and you think even if you are in the same industry, even if you are in the same niche, okay, so don't think because someone is doing it and you want to do it by yourself. So just start small, okay, start from somewhere. You are just starting out and you don't have all the experience other people have, so start from somewhere and keep improving at the end of the day. So if you want to crush it, goal setting is not something that you can just dive in. Okay, the reason why most people doesn't hit their goal, that's one of the reasons. So you have to start from somewhere. Okay, start from somewhere. That's what I can encourage people to do. So start from somewhere. If you are making, let's say you are making 30,000 naira per month in your business currently, so to push yourself further, so set a goal to make 50,000 naira. So then try all your possible best to hit that goal. Okay, so immediately you hit that goal, then the next thing you want to do is that just increase it a little bit further. So don't say because you hit 50,000 naira today or this month, you want to, okay, you want to relax. So make sure you keep improving every single month, every single day. And having a vision board is very, very important for everybody. That's exactly what helped me. Okay, most of the things I achieved this time around, most of the things I've been able to achieve is because I have a vision board. And that vision board is just like, how would I say, it's just like my mom, when we are still a kid. So when your mom sends you something and you're unable to do it, you will have rest of mind until you finally do that thing. So that vision board serve as my mom. So that is why I place it beside my bed. So it keep pushing me every single day until I achieve that goal. Because each time I see that my vision board, I'm like, I'm happy every single day. So that is why I keep pushing everything on vision board. So that's very important for everyone.
Okay, that's an amazing example, an amazing illustration. So your vision board becomes like a mother to you, especially if you're staying alone, and especially if you do not have an accountability partner. Listen. It is not. It is probable that right now you do not have a mentor, or yeah, a mentor to whom you're accountable, or you do not have somebody who keeps checking up on you. In fact, one of the things I have realized most people need is not even mentors. They need people to constantly be checking up on them, asking how are you doing, like how did you spend your day, how productive were you today, did you do that thing you said you would do. That's what most people need, okay? Because most times when people approach me with that, question, would you be my mentor? Sometimes I feel flattered. Be like, in my mind, I'm wondering, what exactly do they need? Do they need people to keep checking up on them, like asking if they set and smash their goals? Serving as accountability partners. Most times, that's what people need. So the vision board kind of serves that purpose. It kind of comes in there and helps to serve that purpose. So in a place where a human being, somebody would have been there telling you, wake up, it's time to read, it's time to study, it's time for you to go get that go get the bag, right? It's time for you to put in the work, it's time for you to do this, it's time for you to do that. Where a human being would have done that, your vision board serves that purpose. So when you wake up in the morning, before you step out, you take a quick glance at it, and if there are like 10 things on the vision board and you're able to just do one, the other nine will keep haunting you until you're able to accomplish it. And that's like that's very amazing. I think I can't remember his name now. But there's a man who said, when we discover that we have only been leading half a life, the other half will haunt us until we fulfill it. I'll say that again. The point when we discover that we are leading only half a life, the other half would haunt us until we are able to fulfill it. So if you're comfortable right now, it's horrible that you do not even know that you're living half a life. Like you're nowhere near your potential. If you're comfortable right now. But if you're not comfortable, you're always feeling pressure. I'm saying this to those of us who are always feeling pressured, always feeling as if there is something you're supposed to do that you're not doing, always feeling like that you're supposed to have more, so you deserve more, you should be more, right? If you're that kind of person, it is not something bad. It is just a clear sign that you're living half a life, and that the other half, like the other part of your life that is glorious, is beckoning on you to wake up and start living intentionally. So the place of a vision board is very, very important. Don't keep your goals in your head, and then don't write goals without having a deadline. And to reiterate what Mr. Ladayo said, start small. Start small. There is no crime in starting small, but there is every crime when you remain small. Okay. So the third question right now is, what are the possible reasons why people abandon their goals, right? Why do people leave their goals? Why do people not achieve their goals? Why do you think people get tired at some point? So in 2021, like, Happy New Year, with the whole energy, with the whole vibe, as it's coming, we set beautiful goals, and then first week, second week, we're waking up 3 a.m. in the morning, we're reading, we're studying, and then after about a month or more, boys on retreat, everybody's tired. Why do you think people abandon their goals, sir?
Yeah, this is very one of the questions. I think what someone asked me this question yesterday because I know the class yesterday, and someone asked me that I set a goal for myself in 2000 and in January 2020, and I realized that during the COVID-19, I was unable to keep further. I was unable to continue working towards that goal. And he said,
Yeah.
what normally happens? And to my own understanding, one of the main reasons people fail to reach their goals is because uh, they are not being specific enough. Okay, they are not being specific about what they really want to achieve. Okay, and when you ask people, most of these days, when you ask people what do they want to achieve in their life, most of them will tell you, I just want to be successful, I just want to be rich, I just want to be, everybody wants to be wealthy currently. You understand what I was trying to say?
Yeah.
And the thing is, if your goal are not specific, it will be
Mm.
difficult. It will be very, very difficult to create a specific action to
Yes, sir.
achieve those goals. Very,
Yes,
very
sir.
important. So, secondly, lack of commitment. Lack of commitment is also one of the reasons why most people doesn't achieve their goal. And thirdly, procrastination and excuse. Most people can give excuse from today to next year. Okay, so giving an excuse, and there is a quote that say you cannot make money and make excuse. You can either make one out of it. So it is either you are making money or you are making an excuse. So you can't make the both. So to my own understanding, I think these are the reason I think many people find it difficult to achieve their
I
goals.
think you know what I think. I think number one, the first one is very, very profound. Like, um, specificity is like very, very important. It is absolutely important. You have to be detailed. Like, you have to
Yeah,
go down to like the roots. The desire to be successful, everybody has it, right? Everybody wants to be a lion until,
yeah,
like, okay, I think, okay, it was Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas he said it this way: everybody wants to be a beast until it is time to do what beasts do, right? Everybody wants to be successful until it's time to do what successful people do. But one way to be able to, action out your goals is being specific. Like, what do you really, really
yeah,
want? Like, and then when you're being asked that question, I'm not asking you what you want in like 5 years. Like, I'm asking you, what do you want now that will bring you that result ultimately in 5 years? So what do you want right now? What can you do right now with what you have? What can you do right now? So, what do you want right now in the next 6 months, in the next 12 months? What do you want? So, when you're able to put that down, when you're able to put that specific thing down, it'll be easy for you to action out, the plans you're going to follow. You can draft out the plans you're going to follow. Okay, so maybe your goal is to become um uh, okay. Let's take, for example, you want to be a brand influencer, right? You want to be a brand promoter, you want to be a brand influencer, and then the platform you want to get the most audience is your Twitter account. and right now you have like 40 people that are following you, right? So you're not going to say you can't say what you want right now. Okay, maybe you say you can't say what you want right now is to be able to influence people on Twitter. That's vague. That's vague, right? You have to set out the plan. So like in the next 6 months, I should be able to have at least 500 followers, right? That is specific and it's tied to time. So in the next 6 months, I want to have 500 followers. Now, after you've put that benchmark, you put that 500 followers in the next 6 months. There's a deadline, and then there is specificity. You can now start asking yourself, what can I do to be able to get 500 followers? Now, that question is detailed. What can I do to be able to get 500 followers? Then the ideas can start coming as you sleep on it. So the first point is really important. You have to be really specific about it. Then he talked about commitment. He also talked about procrastination. He said any man who waits for 12 o'clock dies by 11:30. That's one of the most dangerous quotes I found when I was in secondary school. Anyone who waits for 12 o'clock dies by 11:30. There will be no perfect time to do what you have to do. There will be no perfect time to accomplish your goals. There will be no perfect season, no perfect opportunity, no perfect house, no perfect atmosphere. You have to find a way. Even in the inconvenience, you have to find a way. I'm saying this to somebody out there who is watching right now. Even in the inconvenience that you're facing, right? Find a way. Find a way. They say where there is a will, there is a way. Find a way, even in the inconvenience, because your story will only make sense to the audience, not when you've not fulfilled, you've not accomplished or gotten the results. The story will make sense when you've been able to go through all that inconvenience, and then you've still been able to do something. If I tell you what's going on like behind the scenes, if that's you are having this show right now, you'd be shocked, right? You'd be shocked. There's a whole lot of inconvenience going on, but we have to keep it going. We have to keep it going, and that's the thing. You can't make an excuse and make profit. So thank you very much, sir, for giving us detailed answers to that question. Mr. Ladar is a fantastic guy. He's a fantastic guy. So the next question right now is, what's the best strategy for goal setting? What's the best strategy for goal setting? So we're taking it practical now. What's the best strategy for goal setting?
Okay, so when we talk about the best strategy to achieve any goal in life, I think the best strategy to achieve any goal is to set a smart goal for yourself. And what that means by this is that always have it at the back of your mind that your goal must be specific, which I've already talked about. So your goal must be specific, very important. Your goal must be measurable and it must be attainable. Your goal must be relevant also. And lastly, your goal must be time bound. And if you set a goal through this process, it is possible to always reach your goal any day, any time, any minute. So this is very important. First of all, your goal must be specific. Be specific about what you really want to achieve. When you ask people that what do they want to achieve in their life, what most people normally say is that I want to achieve success. There's one particular day I asked someone that, okay, if God come down from heaven and asks you that, what kind of car do you want for yourself? What kind of car will you choose? And the person was telling me that, the latest car. What do you mean by the latest car? You are screaming, you are shouting, you go to church that you want to achieve,
Oh my
you want to drive
goodness.
a car. And I'm asking you now that what kind of car do you want for yourself? You are telling me the latest car. Do you know there are a whole lot of latest cars out there? So which one exactly do you want for yourself? We have
Mm,
Range Rover, we have Ferrari, we have Mazda, and all of them. Which one exactly do you want? Which color do you want? What kind of interior design do you want in your car? So you must be specific about what you want for yourself. Don't be like other people. If you be like other people, you will achieve small things like other people. Okay, so this is very
mm.
important for everybody to know. Your goal must be measurable, must be attainable, must be relevant, and must be time bound. Any goal that doesn't have expired date is not a goal, and that expired date must make you to work towards it every single day till you eventually achieve your goal. This is very important for everybody to know, and I'm very sure, I'm very certain this is exactly strategy I'm using to hit my goal every single day. And I'm sure if anybody can follow through this process, they will eventually hit their own goal too. So I think, to my own understanding, that's the best strategy I'm using, and I encourage everyone to make use of it also.
Amazing. The best strategy for goal setting, as you said, is the SMART strategy. It must be specific, it must be measurable, it must be attainable, it must be relevant, and it must be time bound. Right? So when you pick out a goal, ask yourself if it satisfies all those requirements. All those requirements, is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it attainable? Like is it attainable right now? Don't say anything vague. The analogy you gave is something is really really amazing. I love it completely. When the angel asked Jacob, "What do you want me to do for you?" in that dream, he said, okay, I think he asked about his name. He asked,
Okay.
what is your name?" Jacob actually knew what he wanted. That's why he didn't let the angel go. He didn't let the angel go, right? So, but I think the point I'm trying to make here is that some people that if God comes down now and asks them, like gives them a blank check and asks them, "What do you really want?" Some people write, "I want to be rich," right? Some people write, "I want to, have good houses and good cars." Th- Those are amazing material things, but come on, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. So you have to go through that strategy, smart strategy, specificity. It has to be measurable, it has to be attainable, it has to be relevant, and it has to be time bound. All right. So the last question on this, so we can fly. Now, what common goals should every youth who wants to make the most of 2021 have? What common goals should we have? 2021 is here already. In fact, John Obidi says, the way John Obidi puts it, he said, because 2021 was a prosperous year. That's something else. Because 2021 was a prosperous year. So 2021 is here already. So, what common goals should we all have as youths? For those of us who want to make the most of 2021.
Yeah, I think let me just say this is going to be like an advice for every youth that is listening to me. Okay, so
Mm.
in 2021, what I want everybody to do is that make sure you learn skills. Okay, it is only those that learn new skills that will dominate 2021. If you remain where you are, if you don't push yourself out there to learn new skills, you won't make any money in 2021. There's something I did, I think, few months ago that changed everything about me. So I know my niche. I know my niche, but what I do, I think 2 months ago is that I didn't. I go out of my niche. I went to search for other things. I went to look for other problems that most people are facing in other niche, other industry. So most of us, what we normally do is that, okay, you are in health niche, for example. So you have already limit yourself in that niche, and there are a whole lot of problem in other niche. Actually, what I'm trying to say is that if you want to make a lot of money, okay, learn new skill in 2021. If you are currently a graphic designer, learn web designing in 2021. Okay, so prepare yourself to learn new skill. Either you are 50, never stop learning, never stop learning new skill. This is very important. And secondly, invest in yourself by paying for course and join mastermind. One of the things that I think most youths always run for is that they always look for anything that is free. They always look for free things. And if you keep looking for free, 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 you won't achieve any success, you won't achieve your goal. So you must spend money to get value. Okay. What makes me connect to most of the influential is that I was able to buy their course, I was able to join their mastermind. Actually, it is cost, okay, it is cost, but the value I'm getting from there is even higher than what I paid for. So what I want to advise everyone to do to dominate 2021 is that make sure you learn a lot of skill. And most importantly for everybody to know is that you must have a coach or a mentor which you can run to whenever you have any problem. So one of the things that helped me most is that I was able to have a coach when I started out. And actually, it is not free to have a coach, so you must make sure you spend money. Exactly. So have a coach you can run to, because when it comes to business, it is a lonely land. So you must have someone who you can run to whenever you are facing any challenges or whenever you are facing any problem concerning your business or career. So what I would advise everyone to do in 2021 is that don't remain where you are. Put yourself out there to learn new skill. Okay, then take your courses that is going to transform your life and your business. This is very important for everybody to know. So the common goal that every youth must have in 2021, if you want to take my advice, is learn new skill. Okay, learn new skill. And if you have a skill currently, make sure you improve yourself in it. And once you get better, make sure you learn another skill, so that when people ask you that and when people ask you anything that is not related to your industry, you will not be like a novice. Okay, so one of the things that most people normally think Oladayo is like a small god is that anything they ask me, I always have answer to it. It's not like Steve, I bring all this knowledge from heaven or something. So I put myself out there. I learn new skill every single day, and that is why everybody is shouting for Oladayo here and there. So if you want to dominate 2020, make sure you put yourself out there, learn new skill, and be surely touch it.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Oladoyo. To add to that before we go, like for this session, before we wrap up this session, right? So I'm just going to add something there. Most of us have this habit, or I wouldn't say it's a habit, but it's a trend. So we just go out there and then we put on our profiles amazing titles on our Facebook profile, on our LinkedIn profile, on our Twitter profile. We put in amazing titles that people would see, and then on the surface, say, "This guy is young and is loaded," right? So, but Bishop Oyedepo said, if you want to get married, you should have read at least 15 books on marriage, right? So if you're going to say you're like at least you're fit to take on a particular niche and then monetize it, because you don't want to go out there and give people junk. The thing about human connection is, if they come to you the first time and they don't get value for their time or for the money they gave you, they won't come back. And the best referrals and recommendations you can get is from human beings, like people who will refer you. Oh, I know somebody who did this, he helped me do this, and then you refer it to someone. That's how your name travels everywhere. People who nominate people for certain awards is by recommendation. They just whisper your name in the court when they're deciding who should occupy certain things. In fact, if you're a speaker, you know that you will climb certain stages based on your referrals, your ability to make people refer you. Right? I'll talk about this when I'm talking about positioning your brand for success. Don't go anywhere. So beyond the titles, build yourself. That's all I can say. 2021, beyond the titles, build yourself. Develop a reading culture. If you do not have the money to get hard copy books, there are reading apps online that will help you to download these books soft copy, and then you have them in your shelf and then you read them. Develop a reading culture. Don't just use the title on face, just don't just use the title because you want people to admire you and all that. One of the things I'm going to be mentioning this evening is that people know you. Like, people know your stuff. They know your worth, right? People know your worth. So you can't deceive people online. Even if you put that title there, brand consultant, brand strategist, promoter, influencer, meaning, exporter, import, even if whatever you're going to put there, people know your worth. And then they'll start seeing it. They'll start observing you, beyond the titles. They'll check your post, check your content, check everything you're doing to see if it tallies with that. So in 2021, beyond the titles, develop a reading culture that will make you indispensable to people. So that's about it for setting and smashing goals. Don't forget, have a vision board. It's going to help remind you every time that you have something to do. Set goals using the SMART strategy. You must be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. And make sure that in 2021 you're committed to achieving your goals, because even though you set all these beautiful strategies, if you're not committed and consistent, right, you will abandon them at some point. Thank you so much for staying with us
Yeah.
till the end of this session. This is the first session and it's already lively. The second session, Mr. Ladayo will be coming up to take us on how to earn on social media, and he has amazing stuff to share. I promise. He has amazing stuff to share. So we'll take a quick break right now. That will last probably 3 to 4 minutes, and then we will be right back. See you when we return. Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for staying with us up to this time. I was going to send a message to um, post on my WhatsApp wall that the first session was late. Let me just quickly do that right now. Give me a sec. I think Mr. Ladayo is also getting ready to take us on the ride. Give me a sec, please. Okay, welcome back, guys. I am so excited because the second session is about to start right now, and Mr. Ladayo is all pumped up and ready to take us on the ride. This is not going to be a mean session. I hope you're writing materials already. I hope you're ready to be blessed because um, this is going to be late. If you think the first session was on fire, just wait for the second session. He's already in the building. So without wasting further time, I'll just allow him to go on. Mr. Ladayo, can you hear me loud and clear, sir?
Yeah, yeah. I can hear you loud and clear. Please, I want to know if you can hear me.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you perfectly. I can hear you perfectly. Yes, so the floor is all yours. Away, sir.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to share my screen so that the audience can see what I'm about to share with them. All right, so can you see my screen? Please let me know if you can see my screen so that I can proceed with this session. Please,
Yes,
can you see my
yes,
screen?
yes. I can, and I believe the audience can too.
All
All
right,
right.
so yeah,
Yeah.
so good afternoon once again, and this is my section. I will be taking you on how you can earn from social media. Okay, I'll be sharing some super simple strategy for making money online, even if you never made a dime before. And I think this is exactly what everybody wants to know how to do. Everybody wants to know how to make money on social media. So I want you to stay to the end because we are going to discover how to make money on social media. Okay. So if you stay to the end of this training, you are going to discover the simple but effective way to make money on social media. Okay, you are going to discover effective ways to make money, to earn a lot of money on social media within a period of 15 days through social media. Okay, so if you are streaming live with your smartphone, please make sure you turn your phone to landscape for you to get the best out of this training. If you want to enjoy this training, your phone to landscape so that you can full screen. All right. So this is very important for those that are streaming live with us through the smartphone. So make sure you turn your phone to landscape because I'm using my screen and it is important for you to turn your phone to landscape so that you can see the screen very well. Okay, so this is very important for everybody to do. Okay, so who am I? Even though they have already read my profile, but I have to introduce myself. So who am I and why should you listen to me? And if you are meeting me for the first time, I am Oladayo Idowu, and I was struggling to survive 2 years ago. Things were so difficult for me and my family. It was really terrible. And after I graduated from school, I searched for a job for over 2 years. And most of the company I went to do for job, they tell me I have a value to offer, but they need someone who has a minimum of 3 to 5 years of working experience. You know, this is Nigeria, so before they can actually give you any job, you have to have a working experience. But finally, I got my first job in a security firm. I didn't like the job, okay, but I have no choice than to take it because I just want to leave home in the morning and come back home in the night, okay. So I didn't like the job, but I have no choice as I then. So I worked for that company for 1 year and a half before I was laid off because there's one issue that happened between me and my supervisor. as at then. So I was laid off after I worked for them for almost 1.5 years. So I spent all my little savings and I had to find an uncompleted building to sleep because I could not afford house rent. So as at that time, I needed help so badly at that moment, but no one is willing to help me. So I have to figure out everything all by myself. It was really a very difficult moment for me during that time. It was a very terrible experience. But despite everything I went through at that moment, I never give up and I never look back. And my why keeps pushing me till I get to where I am today. Now everybody wants to work with me, everybody wants me to be almost everyone want me to be their mentor, but I have a very terrible experience which I don't even like to share. But now I've been able to achieve some little things which I want to show you guys. So I started out in 2019 as a social media strategist and affiliate marketer. That's how I started out in 2019. And currently, I'm the founder of Value Added Library Universe Entrepreneur, and I've helped over 100 individuals to start profitable online business through my mastermind called School of Impact Academy. Okay, and I've got several awards and recognition from brands and organizations. And currently, I'm also a founder of health community that has helped over 200 people to be free from health issues. And recently, I won an award for community of over 32,000 people. And I think this is exactly the award that got a lot of people to know me and to know exactly what I do. Okay, so that post go viral, and I didn't even expect it to go viral, but what God cannot do does not exist. Okay, so you just have to keep pushing every single day to achieve massive success. This is very important for everybody to know. Okay, now, these are some of the picture of my award and recognition. And if you look at all these things, if you look at everything I'm showing you, you are seeing on the screen, all of these things looks great, right? You say, wow, this is very beautiful. But it doesn't happen overnight. I work day and night to get to where I am today. Okay? So it doesn't happen overnight at all. I work every single day and night to get to where I am today. So if you are listening to me and things are not going the way you plan it, or things are not going the way you want it to be, or you're on the best to give up, please, I want to beg you to never to give up on your dream. Please keep pushing because you will surely overcome whatever you are passing through currently. One of the quotes of Ellen Keller says, if you know Ellen Keller, maybe after this session you can just go to Google to type Ellen Keller. So one of our quotes says, focus your face to the sunshine and you will never see the shadow. So your focus must be on what you really want to not the challenges you are going through currently. Focus your face to the opportunity around you, not what you are passing through currently. Okay, because if you focus your face to the opportunity, you will never know what is happening, you never realize there's any challenges or there's any problem. Okay, so this is very important for everybody to know. So as you can see, for someone like me who passed through a lot of things, I have to sleep in uncompleted building in Lagos for almost 3 months and I have to wake up very early in the morning to go to work. It's a very difficult moment for me. It was not easy. But see me today, it's not like say I've achieved everything, but I thank God for the little things I've been able to do for myself. And this was possible because I didn't quit, I didn't stop pushing even though there's nobody to help me, even though there's nobody to support me, but I keep on pushing every single day till I achieve what I've been able to do for myself. And my family are now proud of what I'm doing. And when I started out, nobody believed in me, not even my family. None of them believed in me until they started seeing all the results I'm getting. Until people started calling them that, okay, I see your son is doing very great online. I see, I've got this award and all that. You know, they started calling my parents and they are now proud of me. So if you are doing something currently and you are not getting the result that you want, it's not like see what you are doing is not good. Okay, you just have to keep on pushing every single day and you surely get to your success destination. So this is very important for everybody to know. So I want to confirm before I proceed, Mr. Fabian, please can you hear me clearly? I want to know before I proceed. Please, I want to know, can you hear me loud and clear?
Okay, so I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. The network is fantastic so far, and it's going well. It's going well.
All right, good. So that means I can proceed. So, are you ready to know how to earn from social media? Are you ready? Are you guys ready to know how to earn from social media? If you are ready, you can just drop a fire emoji. You want to know how to the professional way, effective ways to make money through social media. So, if you are ready to know, just give a fire emoji in the comment section. If you are watching us live with your smartphone, okay? So, let's move on. Yeah, social media has become the most popularly used platform by many users across the world, and COVID-19 has made a lot of people to realize the importance of being on social media. There was a time most people doesn't believe in social media. Even I think people from age 30 to 50, they don't even like to have a social media account. They will tell you that it's for youth, it is meant to post wherever you like. But COVID-19 has opened everybody's mind that social media is what everybody must, is a place where everybody must be. So, as a result of the increased usage of social media, it is important for you and I to know how to utilize it to earn massive income. If you are running your business offline, it is important for you to bring your business online, because if you have a shop in a quiet estate, nobody know what you are doing. Okay, I mean, anybody that is in, let's say for example, someone in Abuja cannot know what you are selling unless you bring your business online. So this is very important for everybody to know. If you want your business to go global, you have to bring your business on social media. So whether you are currently have a social media account or not, you can still utilize this opportunity to increase your customer base and earn a lot of money through social media platform. And today, I'll be sharing strategic ways to make money on social media, even if you never made a dime before. So I want you to pay rapt attention here, because you are going to discover effective ways to make money on social media. Okay. Now, we have already talked about goal setting in the previous session. So, it is very important for you to know that before you think of making money on social media, you need to first define your business goal. So, goal is the first thing you must do before you even think of making money on social media. So, you have to be specific about what you want to achieve in your business. Most people just want to make money without being specific about what they really want to achieve. So you have to be different from other people by being specific about what you really want to achieve in your business. This is very important for everybody to know. So your goal must be measurable, like I said earlier in the previous section. Your goal must be achievable. Don't set a goal that is beyond your capability. You can start small and keep getting better. Okay, so this is very important. Your goal must also be relevant. And lastly, your goal must be time bound. You must have a specific time you want to achieve your goal. And when you set your goal, following this procedure, you are bound to always achieve them. This is very important for each and everybody that is listening to me to know. Before you think of making money on social media, before you bring down your business on social media, you must make sure that you have a goal, you set your goal. So, because if you set your goal, it will keep pushing you. It is your goal that will make you wake up in the morning, very early in the morning before anybody. It is your goal that will make you to stay up at night. Everybody will have sleep before you even think of sleeping to work on your business. So having a goal is very, very important. I think we have already talked about it in the previous section. Okay, so this is very important for everybody to know. So there are different social media platforms to make money online, and we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Twitter, and so on. But our main focus for today will be on Facebook, because currently Facebook has over 2.3 billion active users, and that is a lot. Okay, so it is possible to get our target audience on Facebook, no matter the niche you are, no matter the business you do currently, no matter the industry you are. you can get all your target audience. I mean, you can get all your customer through Facebook, okay? Because currently Facebook have over 2.3 billion active users, and that's a lot. That's a lot of market for everybody to tap in and to make a lot of money. But before you can think of making money on Facebook, there are some important things you must put in place, else you won't get results. There are a whole lot of people, they just come online to come, they come to Facebook, they just want to make money, but before you can make money on Facebook, okay, before you can make money on Facebook, it's not by just coming online, open a Facebook account and start posting your product every single day and expect people to buy your product. No, it doesn't work that way. It has a process. So without following the normal process to make money on Facebook, you won't get any results. So before you think of making money on Facebook, you have to put all the things that I'm about to say, you have to put them in place professionally before you can make money on Facebook. So this is very important for everybody to know. Now, since our goal for today is on Facebook, our goal for today is on Facebook. Now, our goal is to take our Facebook audience through this psychological shift. Okay, so you have to understand that not all your Facebook audience, not all your Facebook friends know you or what you do. Okay, not all of them know you or know what you do. Let's take, for example, if you currently have like 1,000 Facebook friends, it is possible that not all of these people know you. If you have like 2,000 Facebook audience, not all of them know you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because the way Facebook algorithm work these days, it is it is somehow. So most of the time, if you post a content, not all your friends can see your post before it went down. This is very important for everybody to know. So now our goal is to get all this your Facebook audience, all your curious Facebook friends that doesn't know anything about you. Our goal is to get them to know you by viewing your Facebook profile, for them to know we have a solution to their problem. Let me repeat this again so that you can get this clearly. Our goal is to get your audience, your Facebook friends, to view your Facebook profile, for them to know that okay, you, me, Oladayo, have a solution to their problem. Okay, that is our goal. Now, the next thing we want to do after we have successfully moved them to our Facebook profile is to give them value that will make them to see you as an expert. So, because if they can see you as an expert, that means um, they will be able to pay you or they will be able to work with you. Do you understand? So, if you can do that, they will trust you enough to send their money to buy whatever you have to sell. And that is when you can make enough profit and be able to buy you a car you want, build the house you want, build a house, and to travel around the world with your friends and family. Okay, so this is very important for everybody to know. So, but before you can be able to achieve all this beautiful lifestyle I just mentioned, you need to figure out the strategy to break the wall of resistance. And you can see the wall of resistance is here. Okay, so you must be able to break this wall of resistance. So we need to figure out the strategy to break this wall of resistance, because that is what stands between your success. It is not hammer you are going to use to break this wall, and it is not shovel. Okay, so it is massive value you are going to use to break this wall of resistance. Okay, on social media, and that is what is going to open the door of wealth for you on social media. And I hope everything I'm saying is making sense so far. Okay, I want to know if what I'm saying is making sense so far. Just let me know in the comment section. And if you are getting value already, let me know in the comment section. Even though I can't see what you are typing, but I'm very sure Mr. Vivian is saying everything you are saying. So just keep following and pay attention to everything I'll be saying onward. Okay. Now, since our goal is to move our curious Facebook audience to our profile, we have to make our profile to be clean and healthy. This is very important. You know, our goal is to move our curious Facebook audience to our profile. So before we can start moving our curious Facebook friends to our profile, we have to do what we call profile health. And this is a strategy whereby you clean your Facebook profile. And most of us, our Facebook profile is sick currently. So you have to give your profile injection and drugs that will make your profile to be healthy. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So on Facebook profile, there's a cover picture, there's a profile picture, there's a bio, there's picture, there's post and other picture, right? So all these has to be professionally arranged. This is very important. So I want everybody to pay attention here. All this has to be professionally arranged for your audience to see you as an expert on Facebook. So I will just start with the cover picture. Okay. So now let's assume you are traveling to Jos, for example. You are traveling to Jos by the road. We see different billboard and banner left, right, and center of the road. And now you have to set up your cover picture as your billboard on Facebook to advertise your products or services. And in the next slide, I will show you how to position yourself as an expert through your cover picture on Facebook. So I want you to stay to the end because in the next slide, I'm going to show you a professional way to position yourself as an expert through your cover picture. Okay. So the next thing we have on our Facebook profile is profile picture. You must make sure that it is only your picture you have on your Facebook profile picture. Don't put your children picture, don't put your husband picture. It has to be your personal picture. Okay, so this is very important because I see a lot of people, they just put any picture they like. Don't put your friend's picture on your Facebook profile. Okay, so it is your personal picture. It is you that people want to connect with, not your friends, not your family. You can put your family picture on your WhatsApp status or wherever you like. And one of the questions I used to ask people is that, are you using your Facebook for family, to upload your family, or you are using it to develop your business, to grow your business? So you have to ask yourself this question: what exactly are you using your Facebook profile to do? Because I don't see the reason why you want to make money on Facebook and you're uploading your family picture. Yes, it is good to upload your family picture, but it has to be professionally arranged. Any post that you want to make on Facebook, people must get value from it. Any post you make on Facebook and people doesn't get value from it, you have to do everything. And I'm still going to explain that better. Okay, so the next thing is your bow. Okay, I've already talked about cover picture, profile picture. The next thing is bow. So the word on your bow must correlate with what you have on your cover picture. It must be continuation of what you have on your cover picture. Okay, so the next one is picture. Now Facebook allows you to have like nine picture, yeah, nine picture on your picture on Facebook. But it is only one picture you are going to add, and you have to make it good. Okay, so the picture you are going to put there must correlate with what you have on your bow and on your cover picture. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So this is very important. What you have on your bow must correlate with what you have on your cover picture, and what you have on your picture also must be correlate with what you have on your cover picture. Okay, so when people come to your profile, everything they are saying, if what you have on your cover picture is how to make money on Facebook using so strategy, that is exactly what you are going to put on your bio. That is exactly what you are going to put on your picture. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So this will make people to stay on your cover picture, on your profile. Do you understand? So the next thing is your post. Those are the content you have on your Facebook profile. You need to delete all the content that has no value from your timeline. I mean, so you have to delete everything. Any content you have on your Facebook profile that does not give value to people, you have to delete everything. Most of us, we have different type of things. I don't want to mention something that is bad here. So, but you know yourself, you are listening to me, you know what you have on your timeline. So it is very important for you to go there. If you want to make money on Facebook, first of all, delete all the necessary thing that is not important, that doesn't give value to people. Delete it from your Facebook profile if you want to get massive results on Facebook, on social media. This is very important. So the next thing I want to talk about is friend optimization, and this is a stage where you will remove and unfriend some of your Facebook audience. Okay, so you have to understand that it is better to have 200 targeted audience than to have 3,000 people that doesn't care or appreciate anything you do on social media. So you need to remove and reduce your friend list. Most of us we have 5,000 Facebook audience and you are not making any money on Facebook. So what's the benefit of having thousands of Facebook friends when you cannot make one single 5 naira from them? So you have to unfriend all of them. When I started out, I have over 4,500 friends. When I know about this thing, I have to remove everybody. And most of you, the reason why you are doing great things on social media, you are doing amazing things on your Facebook, but you have wrong audience. That is why they don't take you serious. That is why they don't appreciate everything you are doing. I hope everything I'm saying is making sense so far. Okay, so this is very important for everybody to know. So the last thing is target setting. Now you are trying to make your Facebook profile to look good to attract your target audience, right? That is exactly what we are trying to do to make our profile to be healthy, right? But some of your Facebook friends might tag you whenever they made a post, and their post might not go in line with what you position yourself as on Facebook. Now you are trying to do everything to make it perfect, but most of your friends they don't even know, they don't even care what you are doing. So and whenever they make their post or whenever they go to party they might tag you, and everything they are tagging you to might not go in line with what you are using your Facebook to do. So that is why you have to set up your target settings to allow Facebook to send you a notification whenever any of your friends, whenever they tag you. And once Facebook notify you, you can now decide whether you want to allow their post to appear on your timeline or you want to decline it. So by doing that, you have total control over your Facebook profile. And I hope everything I'm saying is making sense so far. I hope everybody can hear everything I'm saying. Please, I need a confirmation to know if everybody is listening to me. Mr. Fabian, can you hear me? Please, I need a confirmation. I want to be sure if my network is okay before I proceed. I hope everyone can hear me loud and clear. I want to confirm this before I
To see me,
proceed so
sir.
that it won't be like say I'm.
Oh my goodness. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Actually, I sent you like three messages on the private chat box. I want to apologize to the audience. I know um about the little hitch there. I sent you messages. Sometimes when you ask questions like that, I just send you messages via the private chat so I don't distract you or something. Yeah, so but we can hear your network is fantastic. We're hearing, we are following, sir. We're following.
Okay, okay, good. Because I can't see anybody here and I can't see the private chat. So I can only see my screen. So I want to make sure, I want to know where everybody is listening to me.
Oh, okay, okay. You can see the private chat.
Yes, I can see I can only see my slide.
Oh wow, wow.
So if
Okay.
everybody can hear me, no problem. That means I am good to go.
Yeah, sure, sure. You can continue, sir.
Yeah, okay. I'm waiting for. Okay, so good. Since everybody can hear me, that means I can proceed. Yeah, so can you spot the difference between these two cover picture? Okay, I told you earlier that I'm going to show you how you can position yourself as an expert on social media through your Facebook cover picture. So, can you spot the difference between the person A and the person B? So now between person A and person B, who do you think people would love to connect and work with? Who do you think people will love to connect with, to work with between these two people? I'm sure your answer will be person B, right? So this is exactly how you can position yourself as an expert through Facebook cover picture. So before you can do this, you can reach out to a professional graphic designer to help you create something like this, to help you design professional cover picture for your business. Okay, so do this. Make sure you have a cover picture that is well designed, just like person B do our own. So make sure you do this. This is very important. This is the first thing you have to do to position yourself as an expert through Facebook profile. You can see the person B, it is well detailed, and the person A, she position herself as a content creator and copywriter, but there's nothing to show for it. She only puts her personal picture on cover picture and on profile picture. So who do you think people will love to connect with? Or let me say, who will you love to connect with between these two people? It should be person B, right? So this is exactly what you need to do to get results on social media, because people doesn't know you, but if you position yourself like this, they will see you as an expert. They will see you as someone who know what he or she is doing, and they will love to connect with you through Facebook Messenger. I hope it is making sense so far. So this is exactly how to position yourself as an expert through your cover picture on Facebook. So now we are done with profile health. The next thing is to know the proven ways you can use to earn money from social media. And I want everyone to pay rapt attention here. This is very important. This is exactly the moment you have been waiting for. So I want you to pay rapt attention from now on. So get your pen ready and your jotter, because you are going to discover a lot of things from now on, from everything I will be sharing with you from now on. So you can make money on social media by selling your personal products. So that means you can create and promote your own information product. It might be an ebook, it might be a mastermind, it can be a course. Okay, so you can create and promote your own information product, or it might be a physical product also. So number one way to make money on Facebook is by selling your personal product. Do you understand? The number two way to make money on Facebook is by selling other people's product. Now I want to make this thing clear. When we talk about making money on Facebook, it's not like see if it is Facebook that is paying us. Most people, they always convince themselves with this. When we say we are making money on Facebook, it's not like if it is Facebook that is paying us. Anybody that is making money on Facebook, that means that person is selling one thing or the other on Facebook. That is why he or she is making money on Facebook. So when you hear people saying they are making money on Facebook, it's not like if it is Facebook that is paying them directly. No, they have a product or service they render through Facebook. That is why they are making money on Facebook. So I want you to understand that. Okay. Sorry. So the second way to make money on Facebook is by selling other people's products. And this is exactly how I started out. You can become an affiliate marketer and promote other people's products, and you earn a commission. So most of us, we don't have all the ideas to create our own product or to start selling the product we create by ourselves. And this means you don't need to reinvent the wheel. There are some people, they have the knowledge, they have already created amazing products. So all you just have to do is to pick their product and you promote it, and when you make a sales, you are going to earn a commission from them. Do you understand? So the third way to make money on Facebook is by monetizing your knowledge. And what I mean by this is that you can teach people what you know and charge them for it. And I'm very sure if you are conversant on Facebook, you must have seen a lot of people. Uh, s- um, they, most of their posts is like learn how to monetize your knowledge, learn how to turn your passion to profit, something like that. Do you understand? So if you know something, you can actually teach people what you know and you charge them for it. Do you understand? So most of the time I do this, and most of the time I organize a training like this, I teach people what you know. And most of the things I do mostly is that I teach people for free. Okay, you can teach people for free, and at the end of the day, at the end of the training, you can now pitch them with your product or services. Do you understand? So one of the things I normally do is that maybe if I want to if I want to teach people for 1 week, for example, if I want to teach people, let's say, on how they can design a sales page, for example, so I can organize a training, a free training on how people can set up a how they can set up a sales page. You know, I will just do something that relates with what I'm about to what I'm going to pitch to them at the end of this training. I will give them information. So if they want a real value, that's now they will now pay. Do you understand? So you can teach people what you know. And don't always think that you don't have something that people will pay for. This is one of the things that sets most people back. Most people think what they know, a lot of people know it. No, it's a wrong perspective. Anything you know, there are millions of people that doesn't know it. Do you understand? And there's one particular day someone asked me that how can I create a Gmail account? Can you imagine? The person is asking me that I don't know how to create a Gmail account. As simple as Gmail account, some people doesn't know how to create it. Do you understand? So if you have any knowledge, make sure you monetize it. Okay, get a professional way you can teach people and be ready to pay for it. This is very important for everybody to know. So these are proven way to make money on Facebook. This is very important. So I'm going to be sharing with you another way you can make money on Facebook also. So other ways include mini importation. So you can start importing goods from other countries and sell them here in Nigeria. You can teach people how to import without going through stress, and you can charge them a fee for it. You know, so but before you started teaching people on how to import goods from China, from US, from South Africa, from wherever you want to focus on, make sure you have experience. Do you understand? Because most people that teach this thing online, they don't even have the experience. They have not even imported anything, you know. And if you want to collect money from people, make sure you yourself you have the experience. This is reason why most people they they don't get results online. You might started out and make quick money, but when people start realizing that what you teach, it is very difficult for them to implement, they will run away from you and they will tell their friends that they should not buy your course or they should not do anything with you. So if you want to start mini importation, you want to teach people how to import goods from China or wherever you want to focus on, make sure you yourself you have already import something from that country before to have the knowledge, so that when your students started asking you some question about it, you'll be able to give them positive answer to it. This is very important for everybody to know. Do you understand? So then another thing you can do is to start a blogging. Okay, you can start a blogging, and one of the most successful blogger we have in Nigeria is Linda Ikeji, and I'm very sure most of you know her, right? So that means the industry is proving to earn you a lot of money if you get involved. So all you need is to acquire the skill, and you can also get a coach, okay, someone you can run to whenever you face any issue in that industry. Do you understand? So these are other ways you can actually make money on Facebook. Okay, so you can also become a freelancer on Upwork or Fiverr, and you can earn money in dollar. You know, if you become a freelancer on Upwork or Fiverr, you'll be rendering professional service to people across the world and they will pay you in dollars. Do you understand? Most of the time, if I have a book and I'm also a graphic designer, but work for people I don't work for people. You understand? So most of the time, if I don't have the time, all I just need to do is to go to either Upwork or Fiverr to find a freelancer there. Then I will tell the person what exactly I want. I will send a sample if I have, and they will do the work for me. Then I will pay them. Do you understand? They receive money in dollars. So you can also become a freelancer on Upwork or Fiverr. So these are the other ways you can use to earn money on social media. Do you understand? So then you can also become a copywriter. You can become a copywriter as well. And copywriting is a highly demand skill. If you know how to write a good copy that converts, you make a lot of money on social media. And copywriter, I've been a copywriter for a while now, but I stopped working for people. And the first client I got is from US. So I wrote a copy for that man, and she paid. I think the man paid me $25. You understand? So if you know how to write a good copy that converts, you make a lot of money. You understand? So these are other ways to earn money from social media, but we can't talk about all of them today because of our time. So all you need is to pick one out of everything I say so far and get a course or a coach that can put you through. So that's exactly how you can make money on social media. So I would like to know if I still have some time so that I can show them another proven ways they can use to crush it on social media. So Mr. Toby and Pulley, I would love to know if you guys still have
I honestly
some
wish
time
you
to
had.
share some amazing stuff for them to make money on social media.
I honestly wish you had more time. Honestly, it's been a very very intense session, but we have I think few minutes left, and few minutes will be for the last session. So, but here is what we're going to do, right? So, if you want to, follow Mr. Ladayo, um, uh, so can you drop your handle on the comment section? Your handle where the audience can connect with you on the comment section. So those of us who want to learn, those of the audience who want to learn from you more, can follow you up. Then we know that by next year, 2021, we'll be doing more of these collaborations. We want to feature you again on the show, and then we'll surely ask questions in this regard. But because of time, because we also want you to save your data for something else, we'll just go right now to the next session. Thank you so much, Mr. Ladder. If there are any questions, please, please, please drop them on the comment section. I promise when you drop them, they will be addressed. They will be addressed. In fact, the answers will be sent to you privately on your Facebook DM. Yeah, it will be addressed. If you have any question, drop them.
If you
I'll
have
send them.
if you have any question, just drop it. We'll be able to answer every one of it. So
Yeah, yeah. So that's it. So thank you so much, everyone, for staying with us till the end of the second session. It was really, really amazing. Mr. Oladayo took us on how to earn from social media, and he completely took it away. Like, okay, first of all, he debunked the belief that when we say earning from social media, the first thing that comes to mind is being paid by Facebook or being paid by Twitter, being paid by Instagram, or being paid by those who own all these amazing social media platforms. No, that's not what they mean. What is meant by earning from social media is actually selling your products, selling your knowledge, selling other people's products to earn from that social media platform. So the social media platforms become a means to your end, and not the end itself becomes a means to your end. It was amazing this session. Thank you so much, sir, for doing this with us. Thank you so much, sir. All right. So if you want to be a part of Ms. Oladayo's School of Impact Academy, also drop in indications in the comment section, and I will send your details to him. I would let you know. I think when I send the details to him, he'll let you know what the class entails, and what to be required to join the class. Yeah, so I think that would be awesome. Do you have any final words for us before we wrap up this session?
yeah. So what I want to tell everybody is that if you want to implement what I would advise everyone to do is to join my mastermind, especially your marketing and everything is doing social media. Bring all the strategy and using social media. You can never be on mastermind and you won't make anything on social media. It is not possible. And I've helped over 100 people, and currently in the class, we have over close to 50 people in the class currently, and our next live is taking off in January. So you want to know how to earn money mastermind. It is a 30 days mastermind, and it's going to change everything about you and your business on social media.
Mm, thank you. Thank you very much. I think network had a little issue there. So right about now, we'll take a short break. And when we come back in 3 minutes, in exactly 3 minutes, when we come back, we're going to take the last session. How to position your brand for success. This is a topic I am really, really passionate about. Really, really passionate about, and I'm going to be sharing with you heartfelt secrets, from experiences and from things I have observed and read and studied and watched people, you know, done, to help them position their brand for success. I'm going to be sharing all of that with you for free in the next session. So don't go anywhere. Stick with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. I think it's exactly 3 minutes or 2 minutes 30 seconds. Thank you for joining us right now. If you're just actually joining us on the Youth Pulley show this evening, it's been an amazing time. We've had 3 sessions so far, and the topic has been because 2021 is your opportunity to blow. Right, we took the first session, how to set and smash your goals. The second one, how to earn from social media, and this is the third session we're going to be handling. Don't worry if you did not, attend, you didn't watch the first session or the second session. The link will be available. The YouTube link will be available once this episode is over. Once it's over, and you'll be able to watch the replays. For now, they are totally free. Now they're totally free. All right. So, without wasting further time, I'll just go straight into it. How to position your brand for success. And specifically, we're talking about personal brands this evening. Personal brands. Like I said, this topic is very, very dear to me in that it's something I can say I can teach on even if I'm being woken up from sleep, right? Don't mind the way my earpiece is. I know some people will be thinking, you did like Nepal wire. Don't worry, forgive me. Yeah, so I was saying it's a topic I can teach on even if I am woken up from sleep because of how dear it is to me. If you're wondering who I am, I'll first of all tell you how I started. I was okay from secondary school. You know this thing in secondary school where you're the smartest person, so you feel as though you're on top of the world. Nobody can talk to you. I was the senior school freak then in secondary school, and I was very, very intelligent. I am still intelligent though. I like to think that. Yeah. So now what happened was immediately after secondary school, so I started attending a particular church where I met some very, very cool guys, and there's a particular friend of mine. We still talk to till today. He said something that astounded me that evening. I was trying to show off how great I was, and he said, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am 10, and you are 2. Most people who are close to me would have heard me share this story. He said, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am 10, and you are 2. Right now, it sounds funny, but that evening it wasn't. It devastated me. I was shocked. I called back into my shell. What I'm grateful for ever, like continually, is the fact that that did not make me like hate him, because after that I went back. I tried to find out what he knew and what gave him such audacity to say that, and I found out that he knew so many things I had no idea about. In fact, to be very, very frank, I did not know how to string words together to search Google. Like, I didn't know how to put words together to search on Google. I was like, he told me to search a particular thing on Google. I was like, what do I type? Like, How do I type it? This was years ago, and when I eventually started using Facebook, um, when I got into the online space, I didn't have any idea what I was doing. So I just came and I just started posting things. I remember my profile bio then was I am strong, smart, and sober. I am strong, smart, and sober. The SSS thing, but who cares, man? Who really cares if you're strong, sober, or you're smart? Nobody cares. We want to see it in the things you're doing. So I started out like that, pretty average, but thinking that I was on top of the world until I met my Waterloo. I think I learned these things the hard way, but that doesn't have to be your story. Today, we're going to be talking about how to position your brand for success, your personal brand for success, and that's what the fact that that's what we're going to look at. We're going to first of all talk about what branding actually means, what brand as a term means, and I'm going to take it a step further. I'm going to teach you how to identify your personal brand. How to identify your personal brand. Okay, so um, let's get to it. So actually, there's been a lot of definitions about that has to do with brands. Like to ask what are brands, a whole lot of definitions. There is a particular definition that says a brand is the image, the identity, and the reputation of a particular company. The image, reputation, or identity of a particular company. There's another definition that says a brand is the way the customers see a particular company, the way customers see a particular company. So when you think about brand, your brand as a company, your brand as a person, you want to think about how you're being seen, how you're being perceived. In fact, the operative phrase there is perceived value, right? So when you think about brands, you think about perceived value. How is this company being seen by the customers? How is it being seen by the customers? What do the customers say about you? What do people say about you when you are not there? That's your brand. That's your brand. When they're arguing and then you're not there to defend yourself, or when they are looking to find people to fit into specific roles, they're looking to get people to become like answers to certain questions they have. Is it your name that comes up? Is it your products that comes up? Is it the service you render that comes up? If it is the one that comes up, it means that is your brand, right? That is your brand. And I'll explain why subsequently. I'll explain why subsequently. So when you think about your brand, you want to think about your perceived value. Your perceived value. How do people see me? I know that it is for most people the belief is you don't have to care about how people see you and all that, but there is subtle truth you must know there. If people don't see you as somebody of value, money cannot exchange hands. We just talked about how to earn from social media. If people do not see you as someone of value, someone of worth, someone of strength, someone of capacity, money cannot exchange hands, because no matter how much they know you, no matter how much they are familiar with you, no matter how much they believe that you're doing amazing, no matter how much people talk about you, if they themselves do not feel enough that you are somebody that they can always call on, they can always look to when they're in need, then money cannot change hands. It is as simple as that. So to further explain what brands mean and what I mean by perceived value, you must have seen, for those of us who live in Lagos, somewhere where it was written, Lagos is a brand, protect it. Lagos is a brand, protect it. So what that means is, let me explain what that means. What that means is people outside see Lagos as an amazing place, right? Now, that instruction, let me even clear the air. That instruction is not for people outside. It is for people staying in Lagos. It is for Lagosians. So Lagos is a brand, protected. That means it is for Lagosians. Now it is saying that people who live outside Lagos, whether in the country or outside the country, see Lagos as somewhere beautiful, somewhere amazing, somewhere that is like a land of opportunities. They call it the center of excellence. So it literally is a center of excellence. So Lagos has this perceived value that is so high. And as a citizen and as a Lagosian, you have to fight to protect it. You have to fight to ensure that people keep seeing Lagos that way. So whether you're in Lagos or you're outside Lagos, when people ask about Lagos, you keep talking about Lagos in a way that makes people keep seeing Lagos as somewhere that is a dream to be, right? So when you're talking about brands, you're talking about perceived value, you're talking about how people see you, you're talking about the standard, right? The standard at which people place you, standard at which people place you. Now, three things to note from the definition I just gave, right? First of all, I talked about the fact that brands refers to the image, reputation, or identity of a company. I also talked about the fact that it is the way a company is being seen by its audience, right? Right? It is being seen by its audience or by its market or by its employees or by its, not by itself but by people, right? The way it is being seen. Now, three things to know about this definition. First of all, is that brands live in the minds of people, not your fantasies. Your brand lives in the mind of others, not your fantasies. No matter how beautiful you picture yourself being, no matter how powerful you picture yourself being, if we're talking about personal brands now, so no matter how powerful you picture yourself becoming, no matter how influential you imagine yourself being, if people do not see you that way, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. In fact, the higher people think of you, the higher it is that able to interact with you on a professional basis or on the basis with which you're declaring yourself. So your brand basically exists in the minds of others, not your fantasies. Not your fantasies. It is very important that you get this. It is very important that you get this. The way people see you is what determines how they relate with you. The way people see you is what determines whether or not they're going to pay you to do certain things for them, or they're going to engage you, recommend you or refer you for certain job opportunities. It just boils down to how they see you. So how you see yourself in this journey of branding, this journey of personal branding, doesn't really matter as compared to how people see it, because you might say that you may want to ask a question about that. Yeah, I understand. You're like, how I see myself doesn't matter. Are you saying that even if I see myself as someone beautiful, someone important, someone powerful, it doesn't help my self-esteem, it will not help anything? Well, that is cool. That is if you want to, you want to continue speaking to the audience in your room. Like, you want to keep, you want to just be popular in your house, or you want to be popular in your room. That's so cool if that's just what you want. But if what you want is to be popular amongst people, you want to be influential, you want to make money online, you want to be able to sell your products, you want to be able to influence certain decisions, you want to be able to make impact, right? It boils down to the way people see you. So the second thing right now is that brands can be promoted as well as they can be changed. They can be promoted as well as they can be changed. Now, brand promotion refers to presenting your ultimate competitive advantage in such a way that your customers' perceived worth of you, right, goes up. Let me say that again. Your when we talk about brand promotion, we're talking about the presentation of your ultimate competitive advantage, such that the perceived worth of your product or your service goes up in the eyes of your customers. We're going to talk about ultimate competitive advantage shortly. We're going to talk about that shortly. But so when we talk about a brand promoter, we're talking about somebody who is skilled in doing that, somebody who is skilled in helping businesses, helping companies, helping individuals present their ultimate competitive advantage in such a way that its perceived value goes up in the eyes of the customers. Yeah, yeah. So if you're a brand promoter for Coca-Cola, right? So you have to be skilled. You have to have the skill and the influence to be able to ensure that the way people see Coca-Cola is higher than it was before they employed you as a brand promoter. So if the rate, let's measure it in percentages. If the rate at which people saw Coca-Cola was, say, 45%, because of your skill in, maybe copywriting, your skill in content creation, social media management, your skill and your influence online, You're able to weave words, weave content that will make people begin to see Coca-Cola in a different light, probably higher, from 46% higher. So if you're looking to take on brand promotion next year as something serious you want to do, you want to ask yourself, do I have the skill or influence? Which of these two do I have? Is it skill or is it influence I have that will help me be able to promote certain brands? Now, if you don't have this, you want to ask yourself, do I have influence? Now, if it's influence we're talking about, you want to ask yourself, where do I have the most influence? On which social media platform am I most powerful? On which social media platform can I make posts and then people rally round, to talk about it? It trends for days. On which social media? I'm not talking about posting pictures and people are liking the pictures. I'm talking about making posts, right? Making posts, creating content. Maybe you can attach pictures to it. Creating content that people talk about for days. Now, on which social media platform do you have such power? After you've determined that maybe you take it's Facebook, you want to ask yourself, the people that are my audience on this platform, are they going to patronize the brand I am promoting? So if the brand you're promoting probably sells services and the services are worth say 45k, you want to ask yourself, the people I have in my audience, will they be able to dispense with 45k to be able to get this service? So if you look around and then the people you have in your audience, the people amongst which you have more influence, will not be able to patronize that brand, right? You want to build influence somewhere else. You want to build influence somewhere else, right? So that's basically it. If you want to take up branding as brand promotion as something worth as a career in 2021. Now the third thing, as it were, about that definition is that branding, a brand is not a thing. A brand is not a thing. You can't see it, you can't touch it. So when you talk about brand and then you're thinking about the image, the logo, the color, the what else is there? The symbol of a particular company. That is not what brand means in entirety. It's not something you can touch, right? Your brand, listen very carefully, your brand is your ultimate competitive advantage. In simple terms, your brand is that which sets you apart from the rest, that which singles you out from the rest. That's which makes you unique. That's what people come to you alone for. That's what people look up to you and look up to you alone for. That's your brand, your ultimate competitive advantage. That's which sets you apart from every other person, right? So your ultimate competitive advantage is what makes your customers patronize you for years. It's what makes them hooked to you. It's what makes them, come to you every now and then when they have needs. When they have needs, right? So you want to think about it. What's my ultimate competitive advantage? Don't worry, we're going to talk about how to identify it if you do not already have the ultimate competitive advantage as a personal brand. We're going to talk about how to identify it shortly. But first of all, you have to know that this ultimate competitive advantage, UCA, is what helps your customers patronize you for years. So even if people want to pay them to look away, even if people want to bribe them to look away, they don't, because they are hooked to you. You found a way to capture their attention. You found a way to make them see that what you give is indispensable. What you give is indispensable. If you listen to most speakers talk, most speakers who know their onions, you see them talk with so much confidence, so much courage, so much passion, so much energy, and sometimes, permit me to say, they talk with sometimes with reckless abandon, because they don't care if one person leaves. They know that there is like a vast amount of other people there waiting to consume that, but they know what they have, right? So even if somebody bribes one member of the audience and says, okay, go and watch another person, they know that it won't make much difference, because they are solving problems, they are meeting needs. When people have certain needs, their name, their product, their service is what crops up first. Is what crops up first. I'm just laying this background because we're going to talk about personal branding in detail shortly, very very shortly. So the next thing UCA does, the ultimate competitive advantage does, is that it makes your customer remember you or your product in times of immediate need. In times of immediate need. when people are looking to find inspiration, when they're looking to find motivation, when they're looking to find information on certain things happening, where do they go to? Right? The simplest way to make this comprehensible is, think about it this way. Amongst your friends, amongst your friends, there are those you call when you are bored. There are those you call when you're bored. There are those you call when you're tired and you want to unwind. Maybe it's been a long day and you just want to unwind. There are those you call, trust me. Right? There are those you call when you are down and you want them to inspire you, you want them to fire you up again. There are those you call when you need immediate answers as to what you should do to be able to, get through with certain stuff, something you're finding very difficult. There's somebody you call that, one sentence or one statement from the person will give you clarity as to what step you should take. Maybe you were stuck doing something and then you're wondering what should I do, what should I do. Then next thing, this person's name comes up. Amongst your friends, I'm not talking about outside now. Amongst your friends, we have that kind of circle. Every one of us, every single one of us, we have that circle. Now, what the other friends, what your friends, what you call your friends for, right? That's what their brand is. What you call your friends for, that's what their brand is. Now you want to ask yourself, why do people call me? Why do people chat me up? Why do people text me? Why do people send me DMs? Do they just call me to unwind? Do they call me because they know that I have value to offer? Why do people check my WhatsApp status? Is it because they want to, just catch fun, they want to laugh, they want to smile, or they know that by just looking at my WhatsApp status, they are going to find serious content that will give them value, that will pump them up for the morning? You want to ask yourself that question. That question will lead you, to discovering your brand. And I said here that everybody needs a brand. Schools need it. They need the ultimate competitive advantage because it'll make them single out from the rest. It'll make them single out from the rest. Churches need it. Churches need it. Organizations need it. Businesses need it. Captains of industries need it. Because you see, we're fighting an attention war. We're fighting an attention war, a war to be preferred above every other person. There is nothing that is really new under the sun. So if there is something you want to do now, there's probably like 100 other people or 1,000 other people who are doing it. So what will make you different from the rest? That's what we call your ultimate competitive advantage. That's what we call your ultimate competitive advantage. What will make you preferred above every other person? What will make your content, preferred above every other content? So you see that on a particular day, maybe it's a Friday, and people are hosting shows. Think about the most notable names of people you can think about that have hosted shows this year, and then they don't decide that on this Friday they are going to host a particular show, and then they give it amazing titles. You're going to see those of us who watch these guys will be like, which one do I watch right now? Because each of these contents are going to be so valuable. Each of these contents are going to be so valuable. So you're thinking, should I watch this one? Should I watch that one? Should I watch that one? Now, anyone will decide to watch, we prefer it above the other person. And at that point, that particular person, that particular brand wins the war. Wins the war. If they put your brand side by side that of another person, honestly, which one do you think will win? If you're still wondering what your personal brand is, don't worry, we're coming to that shortly. But for now, before we go straight into it, we're going to talk about how to identify your competitive advantage, how to identify your ultimate competitive advantage. Now, to be able to identify your ultimate competitive advantage, there are three things you must consider. Three things you must consider. The first is your value, right? Value. Now, that answers the question, what problem am I helping people solve? That factor, remember, I said to be able to spot your ultimate competitive advantage, there are three factors you must consider. The first factor is value. And I said that answers the question, what am I helping people solve? What problem am I helping people solve? Yeah? What problem am I helping people solve? That's your value. That's your value. The problem you're helping people solve, the answer you're giving to specific questions that people have, that is your value. That is your value. That is your strong point. Your strong point is not the benefits that comes with patronizing you or patronizing your product. Those benefits are just called bells and whistles. They are useful, but they are not essential, right? What people know you for is the problem you help them solve. What people remember you for is the problem you helped them solve. The problem you helped them solve. The problem you help them solve. Think about that and let that ruminate in your mind eternally until you're able to get this. What people remember you for is the problem you're able to solve. Beyond the story, your personal story, which you share with them, beyond the personal story you share with them. If you just share your personal story and it doesn't affect them in any way, right? Your personal story doesn't affect them in any way. That might probably just ring in their minds for days, and afterward they'll forget it because at that point it doesn't make any meaning to them anymore, right? So, but if your personal story or whatever you're doing is able to help them solve a particular problem, they will always remember you. So, the first factor you want to consider when identifying your ultimate competitive advantage as a person online is your value. What problem are you helping people solve? That's the question that answers. The second factor is customers. Second factor is customers, right? Now, you want to ask yourself, what do these people really need? What do these people really need? If you want to combine those the first two factors, it'll be like, it will come this way. Um, what problem am I helping people solve that they really need? What problem am I helping people solve that they really need? That they really need. That's combining it. So the second factor, customers, begs the question, what do people really need? People can pay for things that they like during seasons of economic abundance when there is lots of money and there is huge financial benefit. Maybe they just got alert, a wolf alert, and then they want to spend the money. They can decide to spend on things they like. But now, things they need, things they can't do without, that is way different. That is way different. That is why even in seasons of recession, people will always buy food to eat because it is something they cannot do without. So you want to ask yourself, what service can I provide that customers really need that is indispensable to them? Something that they'll be willing to pay for even when it is like even during seasons of recession. What can I provide that they really need that they'll be willing to pay for even during seasons of recession? Now the third factor is uh, the competitors, your competitors. Now that answers the question: what can you do exceptionally well above every other person? Now, the way I already hear in my book is: what can you do better than any other person? Right? The competitors. So three factors: value, customers, competitors. If you want to put those three questions together, what you get is what value can I provide that people really need and that I only can provide exceptionally well. That will help you find your brand message. That will help you find your ultimate competitive advantage. Because once you're able to spot that which people really need, the core problem that people have, and you're able to weave around it a product that meets that problem, and you're able to design that product in such a way that you're the only person who can design it as beautiful and as problem solving as that, right? It makes you have that particular niche, and then it makes you like a captain in that area. So when people want to get something done, it is you they come for, it is you they come to, it is you they call for, it is your attention they call for. Okay, so having said that, let's go straight to personal branding. Let's go straight to personal branding, and it's going to be a quick one because I want us to get out of here as soon as possible. Now we talked about the fact that brand is the way you're being seen by your customers. It is not a thing, as it were, and it doesn't exist in your fantasies, it exists in people's mind. So your personal brand is the way people see you. I'm talking about you now as a person. Your personal brand, whatever your name is, your personal brand as Fabian, your personal brand as Collins, your personal brand as Aisha, your personal brand as as Atom, whatever your name is, your personal brand as a person is the way people see you, whether it's online or offline. Now, talking about online or offline, we are most likely to make more friends online than we can make offline. That's because of the wave of social media that we've had in this decade, this past decade. It's been amazing. In 2012, the Verge magazine asked a man to stay off the internet for about a year. They wanted to verify the claims that one could not do without social media, one could not do without the internet. So they asked this man, they wanted to run this test, so they asked this man to go off the internet for about a year. They were going to pay him a huge sum of money. After like the duration, after 365 days, he came back and it felt terrible. In his words, he said, "The internet is where people are. The internet is where people are." So you're most likely to find friends online, right? Find people who are going to patronize you online than you will find offline, right? It is strangers who be quickest to patronize you. Strangers be quickest to patronize you, even more than people who know you. People who know you will still be watching, observing, checking. Is he really sure of what he's saying? Is she really sure of what she's saying? Is it not this person I knew like few years ago? Is it not this person I just cracked this joke with some days ago? Is this not the person who posted this on his or what on his WhatsApp status that made people laugh like this? What possible thing could he offer me to help me scale my business? What advice could he give? What could he even do to help me? So strangers who don't even know you are most likely to patronize you. Now, having said that, I want you to know this. People know exactly who you are online. People know exactly who you are online. No matter how much you try to disguise it, no matter how much you try to paint yourself as someone powerful, if you're not worth it, the perceived value will not be given to you. It will not be given to you. People know you are online. So you'd hear John Obidi say something like, show up, right? Show up strong, for you will not be young forever. Show up strong, for you will not be young forever. But when he says that, my understanding of it is very, very different, right? It's very, very different. You might go ahead and make posts that people will laugh about, make posts about comedy skits, make posts about things that are just argumentative. So the posts you make are just arguments, or the posts you make are just about pictures or about you loving your dress, about or this is how Wednesday got me, or this is how Sunday got me, or have you seen my hair? I just styled it, or that crazy stuff people do like, on social media. You just do all of that. You will not be young forever. Show up strong. People place you in a certain class online. People place you when they see your name. The first thing they remember is the class they have placed you online. The class they have placed you. Now, you do not have to be there to decide the class they place you. Your content does the talking. You don't have to be there when they're arguing who should we invite for this public speaking event, who should we feature, who should we nominate for this award. Your content, your value, the value you drop does the talking. That's why you have to show up strong. You have to show up strong, show up like somebody who knows what he or she is up to. Show up strong. It's the way people see you. So you want to make them see you as somebody of class, somebody of um of high standard. So when you're selling them certain products, whether you're selling them your products, selling them your knowledge, or selling them other products that you're marketing as an affiliate marketer, you want them to respond quickly to it. Imagine if John Obidio, anybody you respect just comes, Feladuro Toye, Pastor Sam Adeyemi, whoever it is you respect, just comes on social media and says, okay, so these events that is going to happen, even if it is a 2-year-old, listen, even if it is a 2-year-old that is going to organize that event, just because Pastor Sam Adeyemi or anybody that is influential comes and says you should attend that event, I'm telling you, people are going to flood in to attend that event. Now, it may not be because that 2-year-old boy or 2-year-old girl is has value or has content to deliver. But because it is this other person that is notable that is saying it, they'll just want to do it. It is because they've placed them in a class that cannot be disputed, a class that no matter how much people come, no matter how much people exist in the internet space, they have that certain class. So they know that when once they come online, people who they place in this category are just very, very few. So when they come on board and they recommend certain things, they just jump on it immediately. You want to position yourself like that. You want to position your name like that. So your name rings across the minds of people as a name one should reckon with. I talked about the fact that when people are having arguments as to who they should feature on the shows, having arguments as to who is better or who is this or who is that, you will not be there to do the talking. I talked about that. But now, what you must know is that these arguments do not necessarily hold between two people, two or more people. The arguments go on up here. The arguments they go up on up, or go on up here. So, take for example, you're very very thirsty, right? And you want to take something quickly to drink to satisfy your thirst. You're wondering, the last time I took that other drink, it didn't really quench my thirst. Afterward, I felt like drinking water. The last time I took the other one, it was really, really sweet too, but it finished quickly. The last time the other one tastes better when it's cold. The argument is going on in your head, and probably for like 2 sweet minutes, the thoughts are just rumbling and just going up and down, up and down. Then by the time you finally settle on the one you decide to take, you now pick that particular drink and then you take it. What has happened to you is that you prefer that drink above every other person now because of the ultimate competitive advantage of that drink. You believe that that drink is going to satisfy you, right? It's going to be sweet and it's going to satisfy or quench your thirst. So you want to think about it that way. When people are thinking about which service they should get, which products they should buy, which course they should get, and then names of people come up and your name is among them, what would they be pointing you out for? Your competitive advantage is the this and that people point you out for, the this and that you are known for. Let me explain what that means. So when the argument goes on in the air, they'll be like, okay, if this particular person, Fabian Collins, so he offers this, he offers that, he's able to do this during his live sessions, he's able to put this across, he's able to do that, he's able to make this happen, he's able to cause reactions that will propel results in a particular way. So the this and that people point out when in deliberations as to what they should choose, right? That is your brand, your ultimate competitive advantage. You should find out what it is. And I told you how. Look for your value, right? The problem you're able to solve, you're going to help people solve, right? And then what people really need, and then what you can provide that nobody else can. That will help you a lot. That will help you draft your message. That will help your content. That will help your content. So now, after you've discovered your personal brand, how do you position it for success? How do you position that personal brand for success? The first thing is show up intentionally. Show up intentionally. These are secrets that these are secrets. When I started actively making posts in 2019. In 2019, but in 2018, I already started making short posts on social media, but it wasn't that intentional. It was just me coming up and then posting certain things and then being happy when I see 7 likes or 8 likes, otherwise called vanity metrics. Okay, so but show up intentionally. And by showing up intentionally, I'm not just talking about coming online and making posts. No, that's not what I mean. I'm talking about making posts with your sights set on a future result you want to achieve. So every single post you make is going to help you ultimately achieve a result you've set for yourself to, in the next 6 months. We talked about setting and smashing goals, and we said that if I gave you an example, if your goal is to get 500 people following you on Twitter, you want to start making posts from, you want to get 500 people following you on Twitter in the next 6 months. That's your goal. You want to start making posts intentionally with your sights set on that. With your sights set on that. So every post you make, every content you create, every string of words you weave together is made to drive engagements that will bring you that following. That's what we mean by showing up intentionally. So I don't just say show up strong. I say show up future oriented. Don't just show up strong, show up future oriented, show up powerful, show up future oriented. So you show up with your sight set on the future. So every post you make has a vision, has an ultimate endpoint, has an ultimate endpoint. There is somewhere you want to, there's somewhere you want to get to. There's a result you want to get. So you start creating posts now. You start creating content now. You start driving engagements now. You start engaging with comments right now. So people start knowing you. Maybe what you want to do is you want to be able to sell on your book on capacity and character, let's say in the next 1 year or in the next 6 months. Now, it takes tremendous discipline to be able to do that. Tremendous discipline, consistency, and commitment to be able to show up daily, talking about capacity and character, talking about it, and yes, not revealing everything in entirety, so that people have a reason to buy your product, buy the book when it's ready. So you keep showing up intentionally, creating posts around personal development. So people keep asking questions, people keep engaging. The more you create it, the more people start knowing you, the more people start recognizing you as somebody of value, and the more your perceived value, your ultimate competitive advantage goes up in their eyes, right? The more it goes up in the eyes. Now, once you drop the clue that your book is going to be ready in, say, a month, you've raised curiosity. You've raised curiosity. And that curiosity is what we want as far as sales is concerned. Because once there is curiosity, right? Once there is curiosity, there are two types: curiosity to know what's really happening, and then a curiosity to know how to, get to be involved in what's happening. There is no time to dwell on that, and I wish I could. I wish I could, but show up intentionally. You are your brand's advocate, your personal brand's advocate. You're your personal brand's advocate. So you have the responsibility of ensuring that that your brand is seen in a specific light. You must have the personality online that befits your brand. That befits your brand. One or two random posts will not get you there, right? One or two random posts will not get you. So you must ask yourself, if I put all my posts together, all the posts I've made from between like all the posts I made all the posts I made 6 months ago, if I put all those posts together, will my audience be able to spot my message? Will my audience be able to spot the one thing that I have been hammering on? The one thing I have been talking about consistently, the one thing I've been hammering on, will my audience be able to spot it? When they're able to spot it, then it's a proof that you've been showing up consistently, you've been showing up intentionally. The second secret that I applied, when I started out, helped my personal brand go up, helped my perceived value go up, is the fact that I wrote a book to authenticate my credibility that actually got published this year. I wrote a book to authenticate my credibility. So if you're here, right, and then you've not written a book, and you're into personal development, you're into career and business strategy, you're into digital marketing, you're into selling digital products, right? And you don't have a book, your credibility has not been authenticated. That's just the truth. It has not been authenticated. So you have to write a book to authenticate your credibility. The easiest way to do this is to compile all the posts you've made in time past, add flesh to it, and turn it into an ebook. That the first one can serve as a lead magnet. So give it out free to the audience, so they can read it, and then know that this person is actually a person of value. So the next time you have a book, it becomes like a bestseller because they want to read the next thing that you have. So you have to write a book to authenticate your credibility. One of the things I do as a person is I guide you into authoring your book. I guide you into authoring your book from the way your cover page should be structured to the way your blurb should be written. Your blurb is that summary, that brief summary about what your book is about, like about your book, that brief summary about your book at the end of the page, right? From the cover page to the table of contents to the way your book should be structured, such that people are able to connect with it. People are able to hear your voice while they're reading every word. I help people do that. So if you can always get in touch with me if that's what you want, and then I'll help you fix that problem. But writing able to authenticate your credibility is the importance of it cannot be overemphasized, because it will help people know that you know what you're talking about. The third thing I did when I started out, um, trying to position my brand, my personal name, making my name ring bells in the ears of people. Third thing I did was joining groups that exposed me to people that were, better than I was in certain fields, in the field that I chose. Joining certain groups where I got to meet people that are better, right? People that were better. So from them I learned, and then I grew by just even joining that community, and watching people post and really structure their posts. I'm a very, very keen observer, so I observe a lot. So I'll check out the way they're doing certain things, and then I'll just learn. I'll just adopt the pattern, and it will help me serve a particular purpose. So you want to do that too. You want to do that too. Don't be shy when you join specific communities. Some people join communities and then they don't make posts at all. You have content, or you know that you have content. I'm talking to some other people now that you know that you have content, but you're just shy. You're just afraid that people will not connect with you, people will not engage with your post, or that nobody will like it, or maybe this is what you're thinking. Why should I post this thing? They already know what I want to say. These people already know it. How do you know that they already know it? The last speaker, Mr. Ladio, talked about how somebody asked him how to create a Gmail account. How fascinating is that? So what you think people already know that is stopping you from creating that post might turn out to be something that they are looking to find desperately, desperately, right? So they may have known it yesterday, but even posting the contents today could remind them of what they knew. So it becomes like a timely message, a reminder of what they already knew, and then they'll be able to connect with you. The more you expose yourself to communities of amazing people, and the more you get to establish yourself there, the more the perceived value of your name increases. Since we're talking about perceived value of your personal brand, we're talking about your name. What bell does your name ring? So to be able to ensure that your name rings bell that is lasting, your name rings a message, brings about memories that is lasting. You want to ensure that you spread your tentacles, right? You get involved with communities where you get to make posts, and then people get to engage with you there too. The fourth thing is learning new skills so you can solve more problems. Learning new skills so you can solve more problems. Learning new skills so you can solve more problems. Mr. Nadia talked about this. Don't just create content to meet a need. Before you post something on social media, before you post something on any social media platform, you want to ask yourself, what need is this going to meet? What problem is this going to solve? What question is this going to answer? When you're able to do that, when you're able to answer those questions, you'll be able to tailor your content to meet to you know to target a particular audience. What need is it going to meet, right? What problem is it going to solve? What question is it going to answer? What solution is it going to bring? The next is updating your bio to reflect how good you are. Updating your bio to reflect how good you are. I don't know why people keep posting things like on their bio. The people bio, they'll be like, hurt me once and I'll break you twice, or something like that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, really? Really? On your profile bio on Facebook, who cares about that? Frankly speaking, do you think anybody cares about how you bring out your relationship talk, and then you're talking about it on your profile bio when people want to connect with you on monthly basis, and you're wondering, why am I not making money on Facebook like everybody else? And your profile bio is not saying anything that suggests that you're somebody of value. You have to think about it again. Update your profile bio to reflect how good you are at the moment. If it's something you can do, it's not bragging. If you can indeed help brands accelerate their growth, right? You can help brands increase their perceived value. Put it out there. It is something you can do. It's not bragging. If it's not something you can do, and then you're talking about it, that's when it's bragging. Or maybe you're exaggerating your worth. Then that's when it's bragging. But if it's something you can do and you're confident in yourself, put it out there. Put it out there. So people can connect with you based on it, so that people don't just come to your DM and then be saying, "Hi, hello, how you doing? How was your day?" Up and down, repeating the same things, every now and then. Right. The next thing is celebrating people who are doing amazing online. Find when you see posts getting maximum engagement, especially if they're posts of your friends. Celebrate them. Go in their comment section. Talk about it. Contribute to the growth. Contribute to the viral cycle of your friend's post. That way, you're helping yourself too. Let me say that again. Contribute to the viral cycle of your friend's post. That way, you'll be helping yourself. Probably not your friend, probably people that you respect. When people make posts that are very, very intelligent, go to the comment section and then air your views about it. I'm not saying go and argue with them. Support what they're saying. Talk about it a bit too, so that people can also see your worth in there, right? You're promoting the viral cycle of somebody's post. When you do that, you're also helping yourself. You're also helping yourself. What you envy, you cannot attract. If you're not engaging in people's posts because you're afraid that by doing that, you're going to be helping them get more engagement in the comment section, you can't attract that level of success. You can't. You will always remain at the level you are because it is simple. What you envy, you cannot attract, right? We've spent a whole lot of time, talking about this personal branding, and I hope that this has been of help to you. We talked about the fact that your personal brand is your ultimate competitive advantage. What sets you apart from other people, what singles you, and what people remember you for. That is your personal brand, and you can grow it, you can promote it, as well as you can change it, right? We also talked about how to position this brand for success. If you did not get everything, as I said, because I was talking very, very, very fast, and I know you can always watch the replays. The link will be out as soon as this is done, probably tomorrow or so. Whatever your goal for building your personal brand is, there are both points can help. Points can help. So before I wrap this up, remember that consistency is key as far as building personal brand is concerned. Remember that you can always change your message if you find that the other message you started out with is not suitable. You can always change your message. And to be able to get people to connect with you faster, you have to be willing to share your stories. You have to be willing to share your stories, how you made it, how you succeeded, the struggles you went through before you were able to make it. Now, where are you going to start? Where are you going to start with all of this? First of all, start with the social media platform you're most comfortable with. Start there. The social media platform you're most comfortable with. Start there. Go and look at your profile bio. Edit it to reflect how good you are right now. Edit it to reflect your skill. Edit it to reflect your capacity at the moment. Now, after you've done that, start making posts that reflect who you are in your profile bio. And very soon, people will see you as the go-to person for that area of interest. I hope this has been, of help to you. This has been of value. If you have any questions, you can always drop in the comment section. This is the last episode of the show for the year 2020, and I am feeling a well of joy coming up right inside of me because I know how we started June 3rd this year, and all through the struggles, all through the many distractions that came up, God sustained us, and for that we're very, very grateful to him, for everything. I'm honestly very grateful to God that this has survived up till this time. I didn't see this coming this way. I didn't know that this was going to happen this way, but the more it came, the more the vision expanded, and the more I, documented certain things. Yeah. So I want to say thank you so much for engaging with the Youth Pulley show this year, and would want you will show up stronger next year. We'll show up stronger. That one is not even it's not even a question. We're going to show up stronger next year. We're going to show up better next year, and it's going to blow your mind. The things we're putting in place for you, the things we're putting in place for you. All right. So um, until we come your way again, 2021. I'm feeling very, very emotional right now saying it because it means I won't be seeing, you won't get to see my face anymore. I won't get to see your lovely comments anymore. Once we come your way again, 2021. My name is Fabian Collins. You can connect with me on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Fabian Collins, just search it out there, and you will find me. Send a friend request, and I will accept. Or you can join my community on Facebook, a vast growing community of young people who are doing amazing things, high achieving millennials. High achieving millennials. Search out high achieving millennials on Facebook and you will find it. And you can connect with me there. Shout out to Abiding TV for this amazing privilege that yes, this amazing platform it has given us. I honestly admire what Abiding TV is doing. It is incredible. Shout out to Abiding TV. Thank you so much for this too, and thank you so much to our audience. Right, come 2021 we will be better. Thank you so much, and have a lovely year. I think we have about 8 days to the end of this year. So stay safe, stay cool, set up your goals, and get ready to smash them. Cheers.